A few weeks ago, we were reminded that North and South Korea are still at war after the Hermit Kingdom declared the 1953 ceasefire was null and void. This week, we had a reminder of two more countries that are still technically at war, many decades after the shooting stopped. So the question of the week is, which of these pairs of countries are still at war? Which war is still being fought, technically? Is it A, the U.S. and Vietnam, the Vietnam War, B, the U.S. and Iraq, the Iraq War, C, the UK and Germany after World War I, or D, Russia and Japan after World War II? Stay tuned and we'll tell you the correct answer. Now for the last look. Everything old is new again, and capitalist Russia is seemingly catching socialist Stalin fever all over again. 60 years after the death of the dictator who murdered millions, his reputation seems to be having a bit of a rehabilitation. In a recent poll, 47% of Russians said Stalin was a wise leader who brought the Soviet Union to might and prosperity. And on Wednesday, May Day parades in Russia celebrated Stalin, and none other than President Putin invoked his legacy in a ceremony. You see, Stalin was the first to be named a Soviet hero of socialist labor. Some 20,000 people were so honored after him. But then, like the USSR, the awards ended abruptly in 1991. 22 years later, this May Day, Putin revived the tradition, bestowing honors now simply called Hero of Labor. Mr. Putin recently said of his own regime, "I don't see any elements of Stalinism here." Well, we could point to one. The correct answer to our GPS challenge question was D. Russia and Japan are still at war after World War II, never having come to peace terms. But President Putin and Prime Minister Abe met this week and announced that peace negotiations would resume soon, only 67 years in the making. Bonus points if you knew that the U.S. officially ended its war with Iraq only in 2011. And while the UK and Germany weren't officially at war, the final aspect of World War I between the two nations wasn't settled until 2010, when Berlin made its final reparations payment to London.